You really can't make this up. So apparently, a liberal on set, Democrat on set, on Fox News. Now I don't watch Fox News. My question to you guys is: do you guys watch Fox News? I don't. I'm not really a fan of mainstream media as a whole, but this segment right here in particular is so crazy. It is so wild. Jessica Tarlov, who is a Democrat, obviously on Fox, constantly, they go back and forth. But this specific time, I really can't believe what she's. Democrats really want you to ignore reality. Like, this is like 1984 all over again. I'm about to play this segment. It is so insane what she's about to say about Kamala Harris. Record. You can't make this stuff up. But shout out to Greg Gutfeld. I'd like to be on the show one day. Greg, send an invite, man. Smash the like button. I got nothing to say. Let's just watch this, because this is about to get crazy. Just prepare yourselves for this one.
Around the vice president, do you think it would have been beneficial? As Congressman Clyburn said, let's let them fight it out. He was supporting her, but he said it's actually good for testing her and everybody else who might be her number two through this process.
I certainly think it would have made great programming and that people would have liked to have seen it. But the truth of the matter is we don't have much time. And this was Joe Biden's decision. And the delegates, a lot of them have spoken.
Mistake number one. Hey, chat, I'm going to ask you guys, man, was this Joe Biden's decision? Because this is another thing I'm hearing from Democrats. Oh, it was Joe Biden's decision. He's an American hero for stepping down. Really? He stepped down? Really? Or you guys had to literally force him out? Like, what? Stop it.
Is we don't have much time. And this was Joe Biden's decision. And the delegates, a lot of them have spoken out about this. They voted for, or they're representing Joe Biden's wishes, and he is part of the Biden-Harris administration. And in that sense, it makes sense that this was her nomination. So we have 3.5 weeks until the DNC. We have 102 days until the election. I'm fine with this. She represents a lot of where the party is, and not the Kamala Harris of 2020, but the Kamala Harris of today. And that is the maneuver that she's going to have to make. And I think that she has a lot to say. I mean, if you watch the whole video, for instance, when she was talking about defunding the police, the point she was making is really salient. She was talking about what a safe neighborhood looks like. And it's not crawling with cops, right? It has great schools. It has thriving small businesses. It has really high home ownership, which has been a priority of the Biden-Harris administration to make sure that people can get on the property ladder. I mean, the proof.
Jessica, it's because there's not crime going on, so they can maneuver the money into different areas. The reason why you would need to fund more policing, unfortunately, me coming from the Bronx, it's because there's crime. You ever heard of that? Jessica, I think you might be one of those Democrats that's out of touch with like what's really going on in the neighborhoods and what people really do want. I don't think you understand what that even means. Like, defunding the police in those neighborhoods really doesn't. What?
Is in the pudding, as it were, of what the Biden-Harris administration did it. The most delicious flavor of it at all. They have invested more in law enforcement than any other administration in history. Donald Trump actually proposed a 58% cut to the community policing program. They put 3,700 police officers on the street through that program. Another 100,000 that came in through the Safer America plan. The American Rescue Plan had $15 billion in it for crime and policing to make sure that we have safer communities. It's a strong record to run on.
But we don't, though. We don't have a safe. What is she talking about right now?
The border right now, we were talking about this. Jennifer Griffin was tweeting about the two Sinaloa cartel bosses that were apprehended. She said that it was like catching bin Laden when it comes to the war against fentanyl. That happened under the Biden-Harris administration. Encounters at the border are down 55% since the executive order. These are all things.
Since the executive order that Trump already had, that Biden had to reinstall because it's an election year. Just like the prescription for insulin being capped at $35. That was something that Trump actually did. You guys took it off the first week in office, and then 6 months down the line, you guys put it back on so you can say it's your accomplishment. What?
out of hitting numbers that had wildly spiked after the Trump administration, not back down to those numbers.
I understand that, and you obviously have to acknowledge that there were huge spikes, but it doesn't mean that she's the same person that you saw in 2020. She oversaw the implementation of the policies that have led to all of these good results.
Okay, so she owns this then, all of the policies of this administration. Do you worry, Greg, that there's always that honeymoon period? We keep talking about this. It shows up for any candidate, D or R, when they're new to the race. Because it's so close to the election, do you feel there will be a full vetting of her actual record?
Well, the media always follows this predictable pattern, and I don't think the American people are going to fall for this. We're in this period of Kamala.
Oh, he's about to cook.
Denialism, right? It's like the world is in a serious place. America is in a serious place. We have malaise, we have unrest, we have kind of a lack of adult supervision. Like who's in charge? So they need to portray her as the serious person who could handle this. But you can't do that if the person was for defunding the police, if the person was for open borders, if the person likes to take credit for the Afghanistan withdrawal, how soon are they going to rewrite that one? There's so many things that she says that contributes to her kind of unserious persona that they need to erase this stuff. And they're doing it right in front of us. You know, I talked about this before. The definition of arrogant stupidity is when you try to gaslight a bunch of people. It's like, you know, it's like those hypnotists who try to hypnotize everybody and everybody's there going, this is BS. You can gaslight one person alone. I can say to Kennedy, wear your glasses, and you're saying they're on your face. And I'll say, wear your glasses. I can get you to think maybe you're crazy. But you can't do that to millions of people. And you can't do that when there's so much evidence out there. It is amazing to me that the media will continue to do this. And I go back to the fact that everybody should remember what Twitter was like when it was still owned by the old crew. If it was owned by those pre-Musk people, you wouldn't see the pushback over police defunding, the border czar, bailing out felons. None of that, all that stuff would be suppressed like Hunter's laptop story. It would be buried like Jimmy Hoffa. But now it's like Twitter or X has turned everybody into their own debunkers. And so
Wow, he's cooking. He actually making a great point. That's what Jessica's doing. That's why she looks so sad in the corner. It's because you cannot gaslight hundreds of millions of people. Specifically now that Elon Musk owns Twitter, we can finally see the fact checks. You can't suppress what actually happened for the last 4 years. They're trying to make it seem like she has a great record for the last 4 years by suppressing the things that we actually saw for the last 4 years.
wonder how the legacy media can still maintain this gaslighting role if the public can so quickly and easily call them out on it. And it's because they just assume their allies are there for them and they can continue doing this. I mean, it is comedy to watch them do this, and they're still doing it. But I think to back to your point about the honeymoon's among the media.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's not, there's no honeymoon for people who are going to the grocery store and seeing the prices or dealing with crime in their cities or their lack of police.
And the other thing that gets glossed over by the media is the fact that not only is Kamala Harris the most radically left-wing politician who's ever run for president, but she's running against the least ideological, least partisan, most common sense sort of practical politician that we've ever had in my life.
You're like the only person that thinks that.
Oh, no. If you look at the issue.
Bro, how? He's not the only person that thinks that. She was literally rated the most liberal politician in 2019, 2018
That he's the most common sense.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You look at the border. You look at all of those issues. You look at the issue of abortion that has gotten him into trouble.
Okay.
All of those things.
He said, yes, up to the states. I did this. There are
American
6-week abortion bans, even in his own state.
Yeah, but remember, there are also
he's not in trouble with Democrats. He's in trouble with evangelical Republicans, but he's still standing for a more practical stance.
There are also states, as our democracies, our laboratory of democracies. There are also states that go through the due
and
date.
JD Vance doesn't want you to even be able to go to another
I don't understand why sending abortion back to the states is somehow worse than having the Supreme Court or Roe v. Wade. You're getting it closer to the community. Isn't that what it's all about?
We gotta go. We're gonna take Family Feud into the court.
Gotta go, ladies and gentlemen. Gotta go. That's how crazy it is.
Sense.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That's how crazy that is. And you know what's crazy about that? Have you guys seen this real quick before we go? We got 7,300 people watching. What is happening to this channel? This channel is blessed by God. Google apparently is interfering again. I'm just going to say that. Apparently, when you search up the assassin, Google allegedly caught manipulating search results. Now, this is all alleged to allegedly downplay Trump's assassination attempt. So when you go search up assassination attempt on Reagan, Bob Marley, Lenin, really? Lenin shows up before anybody else? Truman, Teddy Roosevelt, William Seward, Franklin D. Roosevelt. So Trump is not showing up at all. It's like the media and Google and big tech as a whole wants to kind of erase this. Now, this is just all alleged because of YouTube purposes. And then look, when you ask Meta AI, right? Tell me about Trump assassination attempt. The AI says, I can assist you with that. I don't always have access to the most up-to-date information. Can I help you with something else? Then the person asked the AI, tell me about Kamala Harris' campaign for president 2024. They tell them everything about it. Everything about Kamala Harris' campaign. Announced her campaign in 2024 presidential campaign. On July 21st, 2024, President Joe Biden withdrew for his bid. And they know everything. They know everything about Joe. They know everything about Kamala. But apparently, when you go search up anything about Trump's assassination, things are not showing up. And it does kind of feel like they... It really does kind of feel like they are plotting or doing something funny when it comes to Trump and this assassination, or Trump when it comes to what happened on July 13th. It's kind of like they want you to like forget. Like they want you to forget what actually happened. They want you to forget Kamala's bad record. They want you to forget high gas prices, inflation, the border, crime. They want you to actually think that crime is actually down. And when you hear people like Jessica Tarlov speak, you're like, wait, why do you want us to act like these things actually don't exist? It's like the media is cosplaying that reality. So have you guys seen what's going on in, before I get up out of here, I just like, this is deep in my heart. I got to talk about this. And I know this live stream is like a little all over the place, but have you guys seen what's going on in Venezuela? Apparently, Maduro, who is running for re-election, Maduro's military and police are preventing thousands of Venezuelans from voting in Padro del Sol and Acaragua, Portuguesa state, which is in Venezuela. Apparently, this is what it looks like out there. Let me show you guys. The reason why I'm showing you guys this, it's because a lot of people are saying this is coming to the United States of America. Now, that's a little wild. I don't know.
¿Y qué? ¿Nos van a disparar? ¿Nos van a matar? Porque tienen armas, nos van a matar.
So basically, this is a video where people are going to vote. They want to vote against communism. They want to vote against, they want to be able to have the right to vote. They want to vote against communism. They want to vote somebody else in. They want capitalism. They want free market. They want a change. They feel like they're the way they've lived their life under socialism, communism, all these different systems have not worked. And for some reason, it's not able to happen. So I'm keeping my eye on that specific. Hold on, there's another video I want to show you guys. Oh, this is it right here. Assassination attempt on Donald Trump. When you go search it up, nothing pops up. Look, Trump. Google completely, it's Google wiping it out. They don't want you to see it. It's pretty crazy. Like you actually have to search up Donald Trump's assassination attempt. It's like they want you to act like it didn't happen. Crazy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I love you guys. Thank you for your donation. Smash the like button if you guys can. I appreciate you guys joining this live stream. Once again, smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe.